All right, we got some Stuttering John today.
Oh boy.
Stuttering John, Chad Zumock has his own Stuttering John story. It's amazing to watch all of these people jump on the Stuttering John train. I thought I was kind of the last one to catch it at the station, but it turns out
keep coming out.
I was kind of in the middle.
Yep.
Like Carl from Who Are These Podcasts was first. Just started ragging on Stuttering John Melendez. Well, first just shit on his podcast. Then John started threatening him with lawsuits and shit.
He's the guy from across the pond, right? You talked to him?
No. That was Husey. Husey's another guy who
Okay.
likes to fuck with Stuttering John. But Carl from Who Are These Podcasts, they just decided to make John a special little project of theirs since he decided to be such a dick. Then Anthony Cumia has been on the John train for a while. Then I kind of got on it. And now all these other people are jumping on after, like Shuley and Chad Zumock and all these other people. Chad Zumock told a story about how he went on Who Are These Podcasts to talk. They were shitting on Stuttering John. Chad Zumock claims he was trolling or something. I don't know. I'm going to tell you this right now before we watch this. I watched this clip, and it's very funny to listen to how sensitive John is. And like Stuttering John apparently watches everything about him.
Oh, really?
And he like sends threatening messages to people when they shit on him. I mean, John's got to learn that when it comes to the internet, man, there's some shit you just have to let go.
So you're saying that things aren't going as well for him as he had anticipated?
Look, people get to shit on you, John. People get to talk shit about you, and then you go and you do your show. You don't every 5 minutes go, I'm going to send my lawyer after you for saying bad things about me. I'm going to...
Really? Because he was on the Howard Stern show, wasn't
Right,
he?
you were on the Stern show.
They never made fun of anybody on there, did they?
Right. Well, him especially.
Yeah.
They butchered him. John is the classic example of was dropped on third base and thought he hit a triple. He was a phone screener. He was a phone screener for K-Rock. He had a stutter. Howard made funny bits out of him, basically used him as a conduit for comedy. John was never funny. John had comedy passed through him. From Fred, from Jackie, from Howard. Those guys passed funny through him, and he thought he possessed it. Then he went to Leno, and he ruined Jay Leno's life. Jay's just like, this guy's not fucking good at announcing. He can't speak. I put him in the writer's room. He can't write a halfway decent joke. This guy's fucking terrible. So then people start busting John's balls because he has an awful podcast. If the guy has $1 to his name, he hasn't put it towards equipment and tech for his show.
He definitely hasn't put in equipment because that's not a broadcast microphone, by the way. That's a...
But this is Chad Zumock. This is different.
All right.
But as far as John goes, he hasn't put a dime towards his own setup or anything like that. It's fucking terrible. A kid in high school could set him up with something better. But every time someone shits on him, he sends them messages. Now, I have not gotten the luxury of a Stuttering John message yet. I have, however, gotten blocked by John Melendez on Twitter.
Oh.
So I am on the John...
You're on the radar.
I'm on the John radar. You know, Muttering Jay on Twitter, tags me in all of his Stuttering John stuff, which is very cool. I've been DMing with Shuley recently. We're going to try and get him on the show. And thank you to Dabblers Anonymous, by the way, on Reddit. Reddit.com/r/Dabblers Anonymous. They've got great Stuttering John stuff if you want to go there. And that's where I got this video from. This is Chad Zumock with his Stuttering John story, too.
So anyways, clip this back. So I went on Who Are These Podcasts, and I was just trolling. I was just fucking around. And I was pretending like I was friends with John or something. Like I was defending him. It was a dumb move. It was a bad troll. It didn't work.
This was during the Chrissy Mayer feud, right? Like the beginning of it.
So this Chad Zumock's a comedian who had a falling out with all these people, like the compound people and people like that, like Cumia's network and all that. And now he's trying to retcon it all as a big troll instead of, oh, I made an internet fuck up. So I'm not really big on this Chad Zumock guy, but you know, if you're trashing Stuttering John, I'll listen to your story. My problem with him is he wants to be a podcast dude, and then he goes, oh, and I did a trolling thing as a guest. Look, man, you can either host a show or you can be a troll. One of the things to be a troll is you have to have no power. You have to have no show. You have to have no platform. The whole point of being a troll is you use someone else's platform to do your trolling. Mm-hmm. If you're going to be a guy with a podcast and all that, you can't be a troll. You're a host. And you're right. The equipment for this fucking podcast, guys, can we put... I'm just getting tired of watching this shit. Guys, put a little effort in. These guys wonder why the podcasts don't take off. How about a little backdrop, some kind of set? I know ours isn't the coolest in the world, but it's something. How about some decent microphones? How about this thing right here? I probably can't. Oop, I accidentally hit the calculator button. I don't know if I can. I probably can't get it up on the. Yeah, I'll unplug shit if I do. All the mics and stuff. But like, you can get a $500 Rodecaster. You can EQ your mics. Simple enough. Let's continue on with Chad's story. Sorry for the pauses.
And I was shitting all over Chrissy. I was shitting on Bert. But the Stuttering John thing is like, I was never friends with the guy. And so he started sending me DMs. He's like, man, thanks for having my back, man. I appreciate it. Man, you're one of the good guys in comedy, man. Thanks, man. I want to have you on Beer in a Balcony or whatever that fucking show was.
First of all, I know my Stuttering John impression isn't the best. No Stuttering John impressions if we can't do them. All right? Mine is in the neighborhood of Stuttering John. Chad, no more Stuttering John impressions for you. So John apparently listens to every episode of Who Are These Podcasts, which is a mental illness because it's a show that just shits on you endlessly. So he's listening to every episode of a show
and then taking it personally
to get shit on, takes it personally, and then tweets at the people who talk shit about him. Or in this case, tweets Chad Zumock to go, thank you for being a friend. If I had a party and asked everyone I knew, you would see the greatest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
And I go, okay, cool, man. Like, I didn't have a problem with him. I didn't hate him. And he's like, okay, bro, you're booked. And I didn't respond. I go, I can't do it that day. And next thing you know, he's promoting on Twitter that I'm coming on Beers with a Balcony on Tuesday. And I sent him a DM. I go, dude, you're a fucking idiot. I said I couldn't do it. I'm like, take that down. I told him to take down the tweet.
I have a theory about this. I think Chad Zumock really was kind of sticking up for Stuttering John, but then he got a bunch of hate on the internet and a bunch of people. He found out how hated Stuttering John was and then tried to distance himself from it.
Rope it up.
I don't trust this guy. I'm sorry. I don't trust Chad Zumock. I think this guy he won't be honest about his clout chasing. He says at the beginning of this, clip this, because he knows, like the rest of us do, when you talk about Stuttering John, you get a few extra views.
Sure.
We talk about Stuttering John because we find him funny. We clip him out of our show because it gets you more eyeballs on your channel, which is, guys, you don't have to be ashamed of this. You know, people try to comment on other people's videos and say, oh, they'll try to say to people, you only talk about Brendan Schaub or Stuttering John or DSP or this person because you want to get more views. And then people get scared of that and they back away from it like it's something to be ashamed of. The name of the game is getting views. So, yes. Yeah, I could put the funniest shit we do on this show up as clips. It won't get any views. But if I put a Stuttering John or a DSP or a Brendan Schaub up there,
so then when they search it, that name will come up, right? Basically.
So guys, don't try to have your cake and eat it too. Don't try to sit there and act like you just stumbled upon some Stuttering John shit and then you throw it up there as a clip like, oh, look at that. Just admit, look, we're doing this for views. You know, here's some Stuttering John. I don't trust this Chad Zumock guy. Oh, I was trolling on Who Are These Podcasts. All right, well, that's kind of shitty and lame that you do that to Carl. You go on his show just to sandbag it. You're kind of a dick. So was it that? Or were you actually standing up for Stuttering John because you thought it could get you somewhere? And then when it turns out you find out everybody hates Stuttering John, you went ahead and you ignored his tweets and his texts and everything else and wouldn't go on his show. I don't know. This Stuttering John or this Chad Zumock guy seems a little bit too, like, clout chasing without admitting he's clout chasing kind of a thing. Like, I'll admit I clip these out so that people will view them. So it's a form of clout chasing. That's totally fine. You got to grow your channel and get views. But don't sit there and I don't like the excuses he's coming up with here. But also, let's not bury John's desperation.
So then he fucking DMs me. And I never put this shit out there, but I'm enjoying fucking what Shuli's doing. I'm enjoying Who Are These Podcasts, what Anthony's doing.
Right.
So
right, so you want to jump on not just say that from the beginning. You want to jump on the John train because it's good for views. There you go. Liberate yourself.
He goes, you're a dumb fuck. And I go, have your producer take it down. Fucking calling me an asshole. Meanwhile, you do Carl's show. I took it down, dumb fuck. Fucking asshole.
Jesus. That's the other thing with Stuttering John Melendez is that if you just do a small slight to him, he comes back with, you're a fucking dead man. I fucking hate you, you piece of shit, fucking asshole. It's like, John, I said
Touchy,
your hair
huh?
looked funny today.
It's touchy, huh? Yeah.
Hey, John, you're getting a little gray, are you? Well, I hope you fucking die in a car accident. Whoa, John.
I would think we would have him on the show, though, if he wanted to come on, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'd have Stuttering John on in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I bet Carl would too. But here's the thing. With like Stuttering John, the reason he goes from 0 to 60 so quickly is it's like it goes back to what I said earlier. John was a conduit for comedy on Stern. He never came up with funny things. He was always the thing that they used to pass their funny ideas through. So then when he starts trying to talk shit with other comedians, they find out John's not a comedian. John's a phone screener who got lucky. John's a phone screener who got a winning lottery ticket. So this idea that Stuttering John is like one of the boys and one of the comics and can hang, that idea goes away as soon as he starts trying to do the dozens and talk shit with people.
Then I wrote, I don't need this or want this in my life.
I love this. There's no punctuation. You're just like, just shut the fuck up, John.
He's like, you want it now, calling me shit? You got it. Game on, you dumb fuck. But this is like, I don't even know this guy.
Isn't that funny how that text exchange started as Stuttering John going, hey, thanks for sticking up for me on Who Are These Podcasts?
Yeah.
And then this Chad Zumock finds out that Stuttering John is universally hated and nobody liked Chad's appearance on Who Are These Podcasts. And then he goes, oh shit, I better not, defend Stuttering John anymore because that'll send me into obscurity. I'll be a laughing stock. So then he goes, I'm not going on your show. Take it down. Have your producer take it down. He's like, well, fuck you then, you piece of shit. It's like, John is so clearly using people and so clearly manipulating people. He doesn't mean it when he says, thank you, I appreciate you did that. He's just trying to get that person on his side. So he goes to this Chad Zumock and he said, thank you for getting my back. And Chad's like, oh, that's fine. You should come on my show. No answer. Well, then fuck you, you piece of shit. I hate you.
I mean, he should have went ahead and did it right away because he would not be in the situation he's in now.
John?
No, this guy.
This guy should have went on John's show?
Yeah, it would have helped him.
Oh, I don't know. I think Chad Zumock is still recovering from that appearance that he's talking about. I think he's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think this is him trying to crawl out of that place.
He's probably, so you're saying, I mean, you think he's smart enough though that if he went on it, he could go on and then just be like subconsciously like saying stuff, like that he, he thinks he likes, but people know that they're making fun of him.
I don't know if either of those two are good enough to pull that off. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just don't think they're capable of it. No, I think this Chad Zumock's a pretender. So.
And the only reason he did that is because I was like trolling him trolling Who Are These Podcasts that backfired.
I don't think you were trolling.
And
if it's a troll that backfired, then it wasn't a troll.
And I see what Shuli's doing with that Uncle Rico show. I was like, I want in on this. Like this guy, because he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Just say you want in on it for the views. You don't have to, try to retcon your entire past. I mean, that's kind of lame. But there you go. There's Chad Zumock.
Okay.
I don't know where his show comes from. I don't know what it's called, but I don't know. As far as the Stuttering John world goes, he seems suspect to me. Seems a little suspect. Elias with $5 says the Sharks were always scared that he would break out and dance if he'd see one of the Jets. That must be something from a while ago. Sorry, buddy. $30 away from our goal. Thank you, Elias. Sorry that I didn't get to that sooner. Six String Man says, check out Chad Zumock's set at the Kevin Brennan roast. It was hilariously bad.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
He was on a roast?
He did a bad job at it. You want to watch him? I love a good bad roast.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Because
when you like you're laughing at your own thing and then nobody in the audience, like they're just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
The quartering has his platform, says Piffy Puffs. Mr. Approachable says, exactly. Trolling from your own show is the type of shit that gets you kicked off of radio, says Mr. Approachable. Hey, wait, what?
What?
Kelly Berger says, are these guys trying to land a plane on the Hudson River? Sully?
Actually, he was successful when he did that.
Is that a Sully joke? I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that...
I'm fucking up this joke right now. Chad Zumock. Fuck. Kelly's a funny guy, too, so I'm definitely...
I see that out. You got to explain that.
I see some people in the chat that I recognize, and I just go, okay, I'm not getting it, because that guy's funny.
And if the plane crashed and everybody died, that would make sense. But Sully, actually, everybody survived. So
Six String Man says they're steering the ship like Opie taught him. There you go. Six String. Yeah, we'll have to check out that roast thing because now a couple people have said that you got to check out the Kevin Brennan roast
Well, let's
thing.
check it out.
All right, we'll check that out next. Used car salesman vibes from Chad. What I'm getting from Chad Zumock is like I'm getting the vibes of a guy who really wants to be accepted, liked into a community, and then have it boost his show. Like I'm seeing a guy who's desperate to get onto a bandwagon, and
All right.
I don't. Whereas, I've always thought Stuttering John was funny. And before I was on Who Are These Podcasts, we started talking about him. The reason I clip him out, 1,000% for clout. 1,000% to get more views on this channel so people come and watch our show every day. You're damn right. Let's go ahead and find this. Let's go to, I'm sure YouTube is the easiest place to find it. Chad Zumock, Kevin Brennan. I like Kevin Brennan, by the way. Good one, boss, with Anthony Cumia and Chad Zumock. Chad's House of Lies. Okay, we have Kevin Brennan shitting on Chad Zumock. Chad Zumock quits the Misery Loves Company podcast dramatically. Oh, this could be fun. Kevin Brennan on the controversy surrounding Chad Zumock. Oh, that's from our buddy Husey. We could play a Husey. I like Husey's stuff. Put Chad in jail. Cumia clowns Chad. Chad at the Brennan roast. Here we go. Oh, boy.
I haven't talked to Kevin, to be honest with you. I just told him yesterday.
Oh, it's a local roast. It's not the actual comedy.
I stand up to these people. I'm not your fucking feature. I'm not your sidekick. Go fuck yourself. I'm gone.
So wait a minute. He was a sidekick on Kevin Brennan's podcast and got mad, so said, fuck you, I'm not your sidekick. Yeah, but you kind of are.
Good luck.
Get that, but
I mean, I'm just not gonna do the podcast. I'm just saying it would just financially wasn't making sense to put all that energy and time into Kevin's podcast. He was always interrupting, and you got to learn to pick your spots. Kevin's hard because Kevin goes on rants and he can talk nonstop.
Weird. It's almost like it's his show.
Get out of town.
Kevin talks a lot on his show. He goes on rants when he's doing his show. What up?
But again,
all right, this is the controversy surrounding Chad Zumock. All right, let's check out. This is Kevin Brennan with our buddy Husey.
Skip about Chad Zumock because at the time this comes out, he'll have been my previous interview.
Chad was on the show?
Yeah. He was your opening act.
All right.
He is, of course, going through a lot of legal shit at the minute. I think he mentioned his trial starting soon. Can't remember the date. Do you think he's going to go to jail?
What? I don't know anything about this.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. I'm not even a cop. But I will say, if Chad goes to jail, it'd probably be good for my show. If he can call in from his jail cell and do it and be a podcaster that'll create some buzz, right? When I'm one of the guys, I call him a segment producer. My segment producers in the clink, as they
actually, unfortunately, the way the YouTube algorithm works, probably not. Unfortunately. All right, let's get to this roast because I apparently have a lot of catch up to do on all of this shit. I don't know anything about any of this stuff that's going on right now. This is the roast of Kevin Brennan. And apparently our audience is telling us that Chad Zumock's deal on this Kevin Brennan roast was hilariously bad. Thank you very much to 383 Novocaine. Says, I donate more, but fixing an RV, wink, wink. Well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I'm sorry that happened. $25 left to our goal today. $25 away from the goal. There's the link in the chat to the PayPal. Super chats and memberships count as well.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Do you have a terrarium?
I don't know what a terrarium is.
Because I think your pet tarantula just got out.
Holy fuck, that's a big one.
No shit.
Jesus Christ, that thing's huge.
Yeah.
April, you want to either bring me a towel and I'll fuck this guy up, or you want to come down here and kill a spider?
Squeeze him and
while
flush
we're doing
him.
the show. You should kill it in a way that we can still show it to the audience. Because that's a
toilet paper. Yeah, that's not a normal sized spider.
That's a healthy sized little animal. But so much of that is legs, It's deceptive. People think that these spiders are all, big, giant. That body is, like I said, it's deceptive. April, can you come smash the spider? Aaron's definitely not going to. I kill all the spiders. God damn it. Where is he? Bring me a fucking towel. Do we have a dirty towel in there that I can just smash them?
Hey, no, that's racist.
Here. Oh, right there on the wall. Do you want me to do it?
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
I told you. That's not normal.
That's a big one.
Not okay with me.
That's a big fella.
He's definitely flush-worthy.
Oh, let's see. I want to see her kill it. Oh, yeah. Smack him right in the ass. Did he come off on your towel, or did you just knock him into the carpet and he's going to crawl around?
Where is it? Oh, I think, okay.
You smash him to pieces?
Now I'm going to have weird powers. And
Is that a cum rag you're using?
I don't know where his body went. I think that's it. I don't know.
Well, he's disintegrated then, in other words.
He'll crawl around and he'll bite Oz and I in the feet and we'll get cancer. That's nice. That's real good.
Cancer spider?
Got a cancer spider.
I'm not okay knowing that was in here.
Well, he's taking care of all the other animals that would be in here. Justin Time says, I'd laugh if that spider smacks her back. Brad A says, should have kept that DP-12. Oh, yeah, just 12 gauge the shit out of that spider.
Yeah.
That'll learn him.
Flamethrower? You need an Elon Musk flamethrower?
Yeah. Should we do this? Should we see how unfunny this roast is? I love an unfunny roast. Let's check it out. Chad Zumock at the Brennan roast.
One more time for Aaron Berg, everybody.
All right, here comes the funny.
The only Canadian Jew that thought he was passed by the Comedy Cellar. That's just for him.
There was one guy that laughed in the whole place.
Off to a good start. That was nervous laughter.
Oh,
that guy was laughing because no one else was. Some guys are in the audience thinking that they're part of the show as the audience member. Like, I'm going to pump this up with my laughter.
So they have to laugh no matter what's funny.
Be sure to check out all his tour dates at rogerpaul.com. I'm playing to the back of the room right now.
Yeah, it's always a good idea as a performer.
People say Aaron Berg looks like the Bagel Boss. The only difference is the Bagel Boss went viral and Aaron Berg's a faggot.
Who booked this guy?
Ah! That's actually a good heckle.
Dude, I hate that shit. That's one side cancer of the Comedy Central roasts, is all these guys now feel like they have to say the most shocking thing to have it be a good roast joke. And it's like, guys, come on.
He's wearing a Burger King
Look at all the
crown.
people we have here tonight. We have an asshole, a bitch, a dick, a douchebag, a beggar, an old man. But besides Kevin Brennan, there's 15 other comics here tonight.
Oh.
Kevin, you hear what Kevin said? He goes, didn't see it coming.
You know it's a shitty roast when Chip Chipperson's your star power. Alec Baldwin had Robert De Niro. We have Barry Ribs. It's a complete shit show. They should call it Firefest Part 2.
Ooh.
This dais it's like a who's of who gives a fuck. A Price is Right audience has more IMDb credits than this dais.
Are we trying to set a record for bombs per minute?
So far, so good.
Wow.
That's a world record.
You know what sucks about it, too, for him is that he's giving it all he's got. You can tell that he's pouring himself into this, and it's just not working. This Chad Zumock guy, I've never really dived too deep with him. This guy just seems like pretender oozes off of him. Like he wants to be at a certain place, and he's just not going to get there.
What was the filtering process for this roast? You just have to be past that LOL Comedy Club?
Holy crap.
Ooh.
Thanks, Anthony.
They're groaning.
What'd you say? Kevin Brennan Kevin Brennan could be here tonight. Neil Brennan couldn't be here tonight because he hates Kevin.
Oh, no. This is just going bad to worse. Whoever, I can't remember who recommended this, but thank you very much because this is
You nailed it.
It's starting bad, but it's like it's got a nice downward trajectory to it because now he's panicking because he knows he's not doing well. So he's stammering. When he goes, what'd you say? Anytime you stop to look at what somebody back there said, you're in a panic. And now he's fucking up his own jokes.
Gary Goldman couldn't be here tonight because he hates Kevin. Leslie Jones couldn't be here tonight because he hates Kevin.
Get it? Leslie Jones is a...
Anthony Cumia is here, everybody, from Opie and Anthony. As you know, Anthony got fired from SiriusXM, but he came up in the end because he launched a successful podcast network. And Opie had his friend taken away by the Lord. Ooh. Aaron did like 3 of my jokes. God damn it. Here it comes.
Yeah, now Aaron Berg's upset. He's like, oh, gross. I did 3 jokes that you were going to do? Fuck.
I put likability and timing behind them.
I put likability and timing behind them. Oh, I like Aaron Berg.
It's funny you try to do a Chip
Dan
Chipperson in
Soder
front
was
of him,
here
too.
for some reason. I don't know why he would do this roast. He has a successful career. I wish he was here to hear this. Didn't he learn the last time when he tried to ruin his career by fucking Nikki Glazer? That's funny. I just think it's funny. He'll always be the second best comedian in his apartment.
He's getting pity
Gino
laughs out of
Bisconte's
him.
here. I think we know that. Gino's... I'm not telling this one because Soder's not even here. It's not... Soder... Okay, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, wow. He is fucking struggling big time.
Panic mode.
Gino and Soder's dad. Gino and Soder's dad have a lot in common. They're both huge alcoholics and both didn't attend Dan's high school graduation. That would have been great if Dan was here. Artie Lang used...
No, it wouldn't. God damn, this is now I'm going through that. You go through the cycles of enjoying somebody bomb. I'm going through the I'm feeling bad for you part of the cycle now.
to open for Gino.
You're just like, oh.
Do you hear that? He goes, Dan used to open for Gino, and Gino just shouted out, no, he didn't.
Ah!
I mean, Artie Lane used to have Gino open for Artie. Because he wanted to look like the sober one.
Ooh. Look at this trembling.
Like, he has all these jokes, and even if they would have been good, they wouldn't because you fuck them up all the time. Well, now I'm oh my God, it's contagious. I'm catching Zumockian fever.
You think how much worse you would have got if you wouldn't have been vaccinated?
Ooh, thank you. I'd have blood clots and shitty comedy.
And an enlarged heart.
Oh.
Chip Chipperson was here tonight. How about a hand for that retard? The Chip Chipperson character is so retarded, Amy Schumer tried to marry it.
That was okay.
Speaking of retards, Mike Bichetti, he's here right here. We know him. I'm not saying he's retarded. I'm just saying he's not fully convinced Jim Norton's Chip Chipperson.
Okay.
All right.
It's fumbling, man.
Oh, no.
You just be sure to check out his 25 sets while you're at it.
People are now laughing at the fact that nobody's laughing.
Yeah.
Lost.
The pity laughing.
I couldn't afford to have people pay for my jokes, so I had to write them myself.
It shows.
I'm liking Opie more and more.
That's not Opie.
Oh, it's Anthony. Right?
No, that's not Anthony either. That's Aaron Berg.
Oh, I
That's
thought
a
he was doing
different
Chip Chipperson.
Comedian. No. Jim Norton's not on stage right now.
Oh. I don't even know what he looks like.
What was that heckle? I don't get it. I would like to... Who?
Oh, he is struggling so bad.
Taffy Jaffe?
Good thing we're getting all these jokes.
Oh.
I gotta get to you. How about a hand for...
Now everyone's laughing at what other people off mic are yelling to him. Oh, this is a nightmare.
I'm lost.
No shit.
Go back to where before you started comedy.
He does sound like Opie, doesn't he? He does sound like
No,
him.
not at all. I don't think.
The guy that does Chip Chipperson kind of sounds like him.
Jim Norton
Oh.
is the guy who does Chip Chipperson.
Never mind. He's got that same kind of voice.
Oh no! Now Kevin's checking his notes.
Give me my notes. I'm gonna pull this out. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't. I
How
don't.
about a hand
I'm convinced.
for the man of the hour, Mr. Kevin Brennan, everybody. Kevin used to be a writer on SNL, but he never used SNL as a launching pad. Let's just hope he's using the George Washington Bridge as his new launching pad.
Oh, and God, he's butchering ever. Oh my God, this is bad. Whoever recommended this, thank you? Question mark.
God damn it! Neil has success, money, and Netflix specials. Kevin has 2 cats and a Patreon. Everyone knows Kevin lost his virginity to Sarah Silverman, which is hard to believe because I can't picture 2 cunts fucking.
Ugh.
That was my favorite laugh of the evening.
You got good. You got one.
All right. We're going to get through this. This is going to be good.
Look, Aaron Berg's head. His head is in his hands. He's ashamed of this.
They say you roast the ones you love. That explains why no one in the Brennan family's on this dais.
Oh.
All right. Thank you. No, but in all honesty, seriously, I really wanted to be here tonight. Kevin, you're one of my favorite comedians, one of my favorite people ever. When David Tell says you're his favorite comedian, you're the best comedian. Thanks for having me here tonight. And sorry I fucked up my jokes.
Ooh. Well, there you go.
Ouch.
Thank you guys for sending us that one. That was brutal.